She shook the internet. Oh, hey, miss me? Welcome back to What's the Gloss, the series where I do my makeup and overshare about whatever has been rattling around in my tiny little brain this week, whether it's beauty, which is great, drama, which is even better, and true crime, which don't tempt me, I love a bit of true crime. Honestly, if it's taken my interest for even just 5 seconds, it's definitely getting glossed. And today, grab your brushes, grab your snacks, and maybe grab a stress ball because we need to talk about Mikayla Nogueira and Point of View Beauty. The launch, the lip kits, the drama that is dramaing on TikTok right now. And yes, we're doing this while I blend my base because apparently I can't function while I'm multitasking, unless I'm multitasking. I have already done my brows and my eyeshadow because I can't do that while I'm talking. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Maybe I'll work my way up to it. Okay, so who even is Mikayla Nogueira? If you are not chronically online on TikTok, which honestly, congratulations, I think you should teach me always because I am starting to think I have a problem. I think I do have a problem. But for the rest of us who have chosen chaos, you'll know who Mikayla Nogueira is because she's huge, right? She's everywhere on TikTok. She's on my For You page. She's just everywhere. She is a 27-year-old beauty creator from Massachusetts, United States, which I know nothing about the States. I know nothing. I'm useless. She started TikTok in 2020. Mostly, she says, to help her mum work the app, which I think is so cute. Right? You start your TikTok, you help your mum, absolutely adorable. Then, boom, she hit viral growth, insane before and after videos, and like crazy videos where she's showing like, I don't know, catfish challenges and stuff, right? She just goes absolutely viral. She shook the internet, right? All of that good stuff. She honestly goes so viral that people are like, hey, who's this girl? She's just appeared and now she's famous, right? People fell in love with her, not just for her makeup, which, let's be honest, is absolutely flawless. And I am going to say I am incredibly jealous of Mikayla. She is just stunning. And also, they fell in love with her very, like, sit-down bestie, let's have a chat kind of vibe. People love that. They love having someone on the internet who is very, like, best friend vibes, right? Which is exactly what I'm going for, so I hope that you guys feel that. She's been open about beauty standards, mental health, losing herself, finding herself again, all whilst snatching her face and sporting her brand new gorgeous black bob. And naturally, like many creators do once they hit this beauty royalty status, she launched her own brand, which actually very, very nicely brings us into Point of View Beauty. Or as I like to call it, POV, you wanted makeup, but you got skincare instead. Okay, maybe that's a little bit harsh, but here's where things get that tiny bit interesting. Everyone thought that Mikayla's brand debut would be makeup. I'm talking like a blusher, maybe some mascara, a highlight so bright that you can use it as a landing strip for a plane. People were really expecting big things from this launch, and I don't know if they got what they were expecting. But I also don't think that people were upset about what they got. We got skincare. Skincare. From Point of View Beauty, we got skincare. POV Beauty launched with multiple different products that they labeled skin prep. So they started with the Drench It Soothing Priming Milk, the Drip It Nourish and Glow Serum, which I've heard very good things about, the Whip It Hydrating Whipped Cream, which again, I've heard good things about, and Glaze It Glazy Tacky Primer, which I guess technically means there is some makeup in there, and the Amp It Lip Ampule, which are cute names. It's very Mikayla vibes, but definitely not what fans were expecting from their first launch. And people were a bit confused for a while. They were like, Mikayla, what are you doing, babe? In her launch video, Mikayla had explained that she was inspired by her days working in beauty retail. And she did work in beauty retail for a while. She helped people find what worked for them. Hence why the brand is named Point of View Beauty, because it's your point of view. She wanted to create a space where people could share their stories and feel comfortable in the beauty community, which links back in with all of the honesty she's been talking about with the beauty standards and how she feels about them and how they've made her feel about herself. I think it's adorable and I love the message. I think it's very sweet. But obviously, the internet is the internet. And of course, controversy said, hey girl, and showed up real quick. You can't escape the controversy. I mean, it just showed up immediately because even when something seems nice and non-controversial, chances are there's going to be someone out there who finds something controversial about it. You can't avoid it anymore. So the early drama started because, of course, there was early drama. It started out because people were dragging her because she'd said that it was like fragrance free, the whole line, and the lip ampule smelled like mango, and it was flavored mango, or at least that's what I've read, which I'm not 100% sure how you flavor a lip balm. I mean, you're not supposed to eat it, right? I guess like if it's on your lips, it tastes a bit of the flavoring, but like, why? I don't understand the point. Maybe that's just me. I don't get the point. It wasn't exactly giving unscented vibes, and people were a bit confused. Then there were the delays. Oh, products were not arriving on time, people were waiting, people were getting annoyed, people were writing paragraphs in the comments section as if they were going to file for child support of their package. They were like filing for custody. They were like, girl, where's my package? Where is my package gone? And Mikayla had no answer. No one ever answered them. There was just comments that were saying like, hey, where's my package? And I actually did look and there were no replies to most of them. So I don't know what's going on there with the social media team. Were like, hey, we'll let customer service deal with that. But the actual reviews from influencers were shockingly positive, like suspiciously so, but also maybe genuinely positive. Who knows? Janae Lockhart, who I really like, I also follow on TikTok, said that there was something there for everyone, which is always a win. Glamzilla didn't love everything, but she said the skin prep concept made sense. And I actually kind of like the skin prep concept, right? It's like something that no one's broken into before. I like labeling it as skin prep. I think it's cute. Christy X said that it's perfect if you're new to makeup and you want something that's quite easy to use to set your face, which I also agree with. I think like I would have benefited from something very simple about skin prep when first starting doing makeup. And Amanda Frisch, who I found, tested it for 10 days and said that it didn't break her out and actually made her skin look bomb. And the reason this is good is because Amanda Frisch has dry, acne-prone skin, so it showed that it was pretty versatile on multiple different people's skin. I also don't think that Amanda Frisch received it as PR, so I think that it was a genuine, honest review. Okay, so enter the lip kit. And this is where the plot thickens like old lash glue, because recently POV Beauty dropped 6 tinted versions of their lip ampules with matching lip liners, which was really cute and fun. People kind of got the vibe that they were getting inspo from Kylie Jenner and her lip kits, which I don't see anything wrong with. I kind of like the idea. Except the reviews started rolling in and things got a tad messy. Like makeup bag that you sit on kind of messy. It was a bit messy. And I'm just going to defend Mikayla for a second because these were originally supposed to be skincare adjacent products. They weren't really supposed to be a gloss. They were supposed to be a lip ampule, but tinted. So they aren't lipsticks. They're not liquid lipsticks. They're not gloss. They're not paint. But the issue was that Mikayla hyped these up hard. This girl went in on these, saying how incredible they were. She was claiming that these were extra pigmented, super blendable, that they were not sticky, not stringy, which is a lot to ask for something like an ampule. You know, like they're normally not very buildable because they do get sticky quite easily. So people were like, oh, okay, this is great. People were so excited for this launch. And then real people put them on their lips and suddenly their lips were stringing like mozzarella in a Domino's ad. It was a bit of a disaster. People layered them on like she had said and got patches, streakiness, stickiness, and the streaks were just clinging to dry bits of their lips like they were hanging on for dear life. So lips were starting to look really patchy, and nothing was really going on as smoothly as Mikayla had made them look in the video. I mean, I'm going to put a clip of her applying them, and then you'll see what I mean, because she applied them in a way that made them look like they were literally applying perfectly, that they were absolutely perfect to, like, their formulation was very smooth. Now, I've seen photos, and I'll put some in the video here so you can see the difference, and it's giving I applied lip gloss during a sandstorm. It was very dry and dusty. But here's the interesting part. People who used a tiny amount, like you would in the original lip ampule, said that it actually looked really good and they were quite pleased with it. And I actually did find some people who were defending Mikayla, saying like these were not supposed to be worn with lots of layers, which is definitely true, but she'd made it sound like they were, right? So people were using them how she'd said. They looked really pretty when they were applied as intended, and it's kind of screaming user error meets creator overhype. I feel like she hyped up these products a lot to be something that they definitely weren't supposed to be, and hence why people were a bit disappointed, right? Now, unfortunately, overhyping products is definitely a pattern for Mikayla. So if you know about MascaraGate, you know. If you don't, we'll talk about it right now, because honestly, I feel like we can't do a deep dive like this without discussing MascaraGate. It was a bit of a thing. It was a thing on TikTok for a while. My For You page was plagued with it. This was like before I started doing TikTok full time. Right now, my For You page is just all the creators that I follow. Hey guys, I love you. But originally it was just MascaraGate. Now, this was the moment that the beauty community collectively grabbed their magnifying mirrors and said, hold on a second, right? We were looking in on this. We were like, Mikayla, what is going on? There is something not right here. And back in early 2023, Mikayla had posted to TikTok a review of the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift Mascara, which, first of all, I love this mascara. I don't think you need to fake anything at all with it, because it does just have incredible lift, and it is just a beautiful product. I love L'Oreal. I've worked with them multiple times, and they're always so incredible. There was nothing unusual about it until she cut the clip, came back, and suddenly had suspiciously fuller, fanned out lashes, and insisted, these are my lashes, guys. Look at these beautiful, fanned out, kind of fake looking lashes. These are my lashes. The internet took one look and said, bestie, those are falsies. They are falsies from aisle 7. Those are not real. Well, those are not real. People knew. And the comment section went absolutely feral. People were slowing down the video like it was CCTV footage from a crime scene. They were taking this so seriously, because obviously they should, right? We should be getting honest reviews from influencers and none of this rubbish tap. So memes were made, trust was broken, and mascara became a personality trait for a whole week for a lot of people. Like I said, like, my For You page was plagued with this stuff. I was trying to escape it. I couldn't escape it. And then it got even worse because Mikayla never addressed it. She never fully addressed it, which just made things even messier for her. And ever since then, every time she hypes up a product, like, the ghost of MascaraGate is there, quietly whispering in the background, like, remember me? Hey girl, I'm here. So no one really has fully trusted Mikayla since, or at least trusted her opinion when she talks about products, which is a shame, because telescopic mascara is actually really good. Take it from me, guys. I won't lie to you. Telescopic mascara, that girl. The biggest problem is customer service, though. So even though all of this other stuff had been going down, I found out that the issue that people were having the most was with their customer service. It wasn't even with the product itself. And now we reach what is the real villain of the story. Customer service is really the true antagonist. It is the Thanos of this narrative. That is how serious the customer service issues are with POV. So, shipping and customer service is just appalling here. Like, I can't wait to get into this, because I've talked to a few people. I actually got my journalist pencil and paper out, and I was like, hey, let's go talk to people from the comments. People are mad. They're like writing formal complaint letters at 2 a.m. with a glass of red wine mad, which is me whenever something does not go my way, right? I'm not afraid to be a Karen if I'm not in the wrong. I can't lie. I found so many comments from people who were saying that they like ordered on November 4th, which was launch day, and by the 19th they still had nothing. Nada. Some of the comments included, as a customer, I feel this could have been handled better, and asking if maybe they could offer a free gift or a discount. And someone else said, please consider hiring a better customer service team. I love you, but your customer service sucks. Which, that is not what you want to be hearing as a brand new brand. You want good customer service. You want people to be like, oh, this place, their customer service is incredible. They're so helpful. And obviously that was not the case for POV at this point, which is really disappointing, because you would think, as someone who works in social media and your personality and things like that are, you know, your main thing, that you would want the same for your brands. Then there was a TikTok from a creator called Cameron Restino. She did tell me how to say her last name. I've completely forgotten. I'm so sorry, Cameron. I love you. She ordered on launch day, waited 15 days, and then messaged the brand, and they told her to email. She then emailed, and then silence. Radio static. It was void. They ghosted her harder than some of my toxic situationships from when I was a teenager. They just were not there, right? Now, POV have claimed that orders ship within 3 to 7 days. The reality was giving more 3 to 7 business months. When I reached out to her directly, it just seemed to get messier and messier. She literally said that on the 6th of November, her shop app had showed that her order was preparing for shipment, which she thought was really promising. And unfortunately, that was the calm before the storm, because nothing happened for 2 whole weeks. And like, she didn't just reach out through one thing. She reached out through Instagram, who then gave her the email. She reached out through the email. She reached out through TikTok. Like, this order was dodging her harder than a man with commitment issues. Honestly, they just did not want her to get her parcel. After her TikTok gained traction, POV finally responded and refunded her, which is good, but they offered no explanation about why the order never shipped. No apology. No, here's what happened. Just a refund, and then they vanished. They were gone. They were like, hey girl, here's your refund. No idea what happened there. Bye. So she has actually said to me, she's made it super clear that she has no dislike for Mikayla, no hate. She even said that she quite likes her, and that she's just frustrated with how the customer service team handled it. And honestly, I definitely think that's fair enough with how she was handled in this case. And she said that she probably will not be purchasing again because of this, right? Now, I reached out to another viewer and told me that she told me I could use this, and it honestly left me blinking at my screen. She brought 2 products back in August and an armpit, meaning she was a returning customer, so she was loyal, she was happy, and she was loving her products, right? So the second batch of products, because she ordered 2, they came, and she emailed the customer service. She literally just wanted to ask a question. She just wanted to ask a question. She said, if the bottle was supposed to last around a dozen uses, am I using too much, or did I get a faulty one? Because she had used it about 11 times and she had basically was feeling like she'd run out, right? So it was just a normal human question. She wasn't asking for a refund. She wasn't asking for a replacement. She just wanted to know. POV asked for a photo, which was fine. And then they told her that because she brought it back in August, they essentially couldn't answer her question. Like, it's not an insurance claim. It's literally a how much product is supposed to be in here. They just couldn't answer her. They were like, we're clear of it because it's out of our refund policy. She wasn't asking for a refund. She asked a question, right? And then they sent her a 10% off discount code, which she didn't ask for. They still gave her no actual answer. She told me she's a pretty laid-back person, but that email exchange made her sit up straight real quick. And the worst part is that she genuinely loves the products, like capital L loves, but she never got an answer to the question, and now she's just confused, staring at her bottle like, hello? I just don't understand. It would have made so much easier for the team to just answer the question that she had asked, and then things would have been fine, right? Like, she could have just gone about her day. But when your customer service is so chaotic, it scares your happy customers away. That is a major problem. And obviously this needs to be addressed at this point because it's clearly becoming an issue, right? Ultimately, that brings us to today, right? We're here. And a combination of like customer service problems, issues with the shipping, inconsistent product, and claims that they cannot meet have left people feeling really unhappy with POV Beauty. And I've also left customers who were originally happy promising that they are definitely not coming back, which is not something you want to hear as an emerging brand, right? You definitely don't want the people that you have made happy to become unhappy because your customer service is just not high enough on chart, like it's just not top tier enough, and essentially like it's just not good enough. It's not good enough from a brand. However, before I do wrap this up, I just want to make something really clear to you guys, because I feel like I've been dogging her a little bit in this video. I don't dislike Mikayla. I literally follow her. Like, I watch her videos and I do enjoy her content, and I think that her makeup is beautiful and that she is not an intentionally malicious person. Maybe I'm wrong. But she blew up really fast, like really fast. And with that kind of growth, mistakes are always going to happen. We all do things to try and make our lives easier, to try and make money and take care of ourselves. And I get it, right? When influencers do it, it's hard because they definitely have more money than a lot of us out there. I can't lie. It's a bit sad, right? But I also think that we need to have a little bit of grace when it comes to people who have blown up very, very quick on this app and have not had the chance to really adjust to the fame that they've received. I mean, she's only been on TikTok since 2020, right? Like, no creator is perfect. And honestly, like, none of us, I don't think any of us would handle that pressure with like flawless effort, right? I feel like we would all have a bit of a struggle with it. So I'm giving her a bit of grace and saying that like this is her first time being a person too. And this is also her first time being a creator and a brand owner. I ran away to do my lip liner because I can't do it and talk at the same time. I mean, you can hear I'm like blending it and I'm still not talking properly. My hope of this video definitely isn't to drag her down or to make her feel any type of way, right? I just want to highlight what actual customers are experiencing, because their feedback definitely matters. And I genuinely hope that if she does see this, or at least sees like some of the concerns that people have been raising, that she uses it to improve her customer service team and the overall experience. POV Beauty has so much potential, and tightening up that communication could make such a huge difference to her and make things so much better for her brand in the future. So yeah, this is definitely not coming from a place of hate. It's just coming from a place of honesty. I just want to see a creator-led brand do well and treat its customers well at the same time. I mean, this could be a huge thing for her. It really could. And I think that if she really takes on the feedback that people are coming at her with, that things would get so much better for her. So that is all. I'm sorry that you didn't see all of the makeup, but it's kind of hard to do it while you're talking. I never thought about it before. This is my first time doing this kind of video. And in my brain, like, I just never considered how hard it would be to do my makeup whilst I'm talking to you guys. And also, like, getting all my points across at the same time. But Mikayla, I genuinely love you. I think that your artistry is beautiful. However, I do think that if you're going to release a brand, you need to release it fully polished with everything doing okay. And ultimately, I just think POV Beauty is a bit underdeveloped when it comes to their, you know, their customer service and their speed, the speed that they're shipping things out. And it makes me wonder if maybe the reason they weren't shipped out is because they oversold in the first place. But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I'm just speculating. Anyway, I really enjoyed filming this for you guys and I really hope you like it. I'm sorry it's a bit like choppy in some places, but hopefully by next episode I will have it down pat and it will be easier to do, because right now my phone's in a stand, my light's balancing on my phone, and it's a bit choppy chaos. So let's hope that next week it's better. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it and I hope you have a great day.